In the previous lecture, we have seen the concept behind the design of helical compression spring. In this lecture, we are going to see the design procedure of helical compression spring and we are going to solve a problem on that. So first, we'll start with the design procedure of helical compression spring. So in helical compression spring problems, the stress value will be given, the tau value, then the allowable deflection del, then the load acting P. So these three data will be given in the problem. And we have to calculate the wire diameter, coil diameter, then number of turns, then free length, finally pitch. Okay, so these are all the specifications for helical compression spring and we have to calculate all these dimensions. So we'll start from the first step, that is calculation of dimensions. So we know that the stress equation is tau is equal to Ks 8pc divided by pi d square. So here I have used the C equation and this equation is in the data book page number 7.100. Okay. So if C is not given in the problem, then we can assume a C value of C is equal to 5 because already in this equation the D is an unknown value. So without knowing the value of C, we cannot calculate the D value and the Ks value. Okay. So if the C value is not given, then we can assume a C value of C is equal to 5. And by substituting the C value, we can calculate the Ks value by using this equation. So this equation is also in the data book 7.100. Okay. So kindly refer the equations from the data book. So after calculating Ks, you can substitute it here and you can calculate the value of D, that is wire diameter. So once after calculating the wire diameter, by substituting the D value in the C equation, that is C is equal to capital D by small d, we can calculate the capital D value. Okay, so this is the first step. Then the second step is calculation of number of turns. Okay, so the second equation in design is del, that is deflection equation. So del is equal to 8p c cube n divided by gd. Okay, so this equation is also in the same page number. So here the del value will be given. P is the load acting, C is the spring index, G is the modulus of rigidity. Okay, so that is the material property. In some of the problems, the modulus of rigidity value will not be given, so we have to assume the modulus of rigidity value. And in the previous step, we have calculated the D value. We can substitute that so that we can calculate the number of turns, that is small n. Okay. So after calculating the number of turns, we have to calculate the total number of turns. Okay. So small n is actually the number of active coils, but capital N is total number of turns because it depends on the end conditions. Okay. So if the end condition is plain, then the total number of coil is n. So you can see the chart. If it is plain and grounded, then again it is n. If it is squared, then it is n plus 2. And as I told you earlier in the previous lecture, in most of the cases, the end condition is squared and ground. So if it is squared and ground, then the n is equal to n plus 2. Okay. So in most of the problems, the end condition will not be given. So we have to assume any one of the condition and you can assume the end condition as squared and grounded. Okay. So for squared and grounded, the capital N is equal to small n plus 2. Okay. So this chart is in the data book page number 7.101. The fourth step is calculation of free length. We know the equation for calculation of free length, that is LF is equal to, so this equation we have to memorize. This equation is not in the data book. So LF is equal to ND plus del max plus 0.15 del max. Okay, so this del max is the del value that is given in the problem. Then the fifth step is calculation of pitch. So P is equal to LF divided by N minus 1. LF is free length, capital N is the total number of turns. You can substitute it and you can calculate the value of the pitch. So after calculating all the dimensions, the sixth step is resulting dimensions. You can write all the answers along with this drawing. Okay, so a simple drawing is enough. So this is the design procedure for helical compression spring. So in all the problems, you are going to follow this same procedure. So we'll start with the simple problem. In helical compression spring, in most of the problems, the load will not be directly given. Okay, so they will give the pressure value, or otherwise they will give some limit of pressure values, two pressure values. So from that pressure values, we have to calculate the load. In most of the cases, the load value will not be directly given. So that is the only complication of the helical compression spring problems. But for simplicity in this problem, I have directly selected the load, design a helical compression spring to carry a load of 1.5 kilonewton. So here it is, the load is directly given. So the problem is very simple. So P is equal to 1.5 into 10 power 3 Newton with a deflection of 40 mm. So del is equal to 40 mm. Spring index is 5, C is equal to 5. Allowable shear stress is 400 megapascal, that is tau is equal to 400 Newton per mm square. The modulus of rigidity is 8 into 10 power 10 Newton per mm square. So G is equal to 8 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. That is equal to 8 into 10 power 4 Newton per mm square. Because to convert per meter square to mm square, you will get into 10 power minus 6. Okay, so we have to design the helical compression spring. Fine. So we'll start from the first point, that is calculation of dimension. So write the equation, tau is equal to Ks 8pc divided by pi d cube, and here Ks is 4c minus 1 divided by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 divided by c. So in the problem, the c value is given as 5, so you can substitute the value of c in the equation, so that you will get Ks is equal to 1.31. So you can substitute the value of Ks here. Tau is given in the problem, it is 400 Newton per mm square. Then P is given, C is given. So you can substitute everything and you can calculate the value of the small diameter. So the wire diameter, that is small diameter, is equal to 7.91 mm. And we know that the C is equal to capital D divided by small d, and C is 5, small d we have calculated. So you can substitute this and you can calculate the value of the capital diameter, that is coil diameter, and the answer is 39.55 mm. Then the second step is calculation of number of turns. So write the second equation, del is equal to 8p c cube n divided by gd. So del is given in the problem, it is 40 mm. Then P is given, C is given, n we have to calculate, G is given, D is D that we have calculated earlier. So substitute all the values and calculate the value of n. N should be a whole number. Okay, so here the n value is 17. So n is equal to 17. Then the third step is calculation of total number of turns. Okay, so capital N, here in the problem the end conditions are not given. So I am going to assume the ends are squared and grounded. So in case of squared and grounded, capital N is equal to small n plus 2. So it is 17 plus 2, that is equal to 19 turns. The next step is calculation of free length. So we have the equation. In the equation, n we have calculated, d we have calculated, and del max is given in the problem. So actually it is the del value. So in some of the problems, two deflections will be given. Okay, so in that case you have to take the maximum deflection. But in this problem, only one deflection is given. So you can directly substitute the given deflection value. So you can substitute it so that you will get free length is equal to 196.3 mm. Okay. So after calculating the free length, calculate the pitch, that is P is equal to LF divided by n minus 1. LF we have calculated, n we have calculated, substitute it so that you will get P is equal to 10.9 mm. So the last step is resulting dimension, write all the answers that we have calculated. Okay. So the procedure is very simple. You have to use the equation, substitute the given values, and we have to calculate the dimensions. So that's all. So this is the design procedure for helical compression spring. So the tutorial problem, design a helical compression spring for a maximum load of 1000 Newton. So P is 1000 Newton for a deflection of 25 mm. So del is equal to 25 mm. Using the value of spring index as C is equal to 5. The maximum permissible shear stress for spring wire is 420 megapascal. So tau is given. And the modulus of rigidity G is given. So all the data are given. So you have to follow the same procedure and you have to calculate the dimensions.